Well, you've lived in your home for decades. Now you're finally ready to sell. So what do you actually owe the IRS at closing?
She's your guide through it all. Ask Amy, ask away. Real estate made easy every day. Ask Amy, here to say the home of your dreams is just a chat away.
Welcome back to Ask Amy. I'm Amy Pecoraro, Realtor, 4th generation Lombardian, and I know this area inside and out. We have a question from Patricia in Naperville.
Hi, Amy. This is Patricia from Naperville. After 28 years in our home, my husband and I are finally ready to sell and move closer to our grandkids in Florida. We know Illinois doesn't have a state capital gains tax, but the federal one has me worried. How does it actually work when you've lived in a house this long? Are there any exemptions or ways to lower what we'll owe?
First and foremost, disclosure, I'm not an accountant, but I can tell you that in Illinois, there's a $250,000 exemption for a single person and $500,000 for a married couple. So that said, if you have a $750,000 house and you're a married couple, you would take $500,000 off and you would pay on the gain of $250,000. But how can you save money off that $250,000? Any of the improvements you've made to the home. So hopefully you saved all those receipts. There are some things though we need to ask ourselves when we're selling property. One is, was it ever an investment property? Did you ever rent it out? Did you rent out a portion of it? Or did you write off any of that house on your taxes? Like for instance, did you use a room for work and you used that room as a tax deduction through the years? Again, I'm not an accountant, but I can tell you those things will all affect that bottom line and how much taxes you're going to end up paying. Typically, you'll get the $250,000 for a single person, $500,000 for a married couple. But you do get some of the other deductions on any of the improvements you've made to the property, such as a roof, such as siding, windows, any improvements. You did an addition, you upgraded a bathroom. Those are all deductible items that can come off of that gain. But you do have to discuss this with your accountant because everybody's tax scenario is going to be different. Just so we're clear here, you get a one-time exemption. It's not like you can sell 5 houses throughout your life. I think it's one time. Again, I'm pretty certain you only get to do that once. And it does not count on investment property. So if you bought a house and you rented it out, or it was VRBO or whatever, that's a totally different scenario. This is owner occupied, you lived in it, this is your lifelong home, and you're gonna take the exemption. I have heard, I'm sure it's just rumbles out there, that they're trying to get rid of the capital gains tax, which I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but I have heard rumbles of that. If that's the case, then of course we would wait until that happens because that's gonna save people money. But is it really gonna happen? Who knows? If they were to take out capital gains, people would be able to sell properties and make that $1 million profit and not be taxed on it. That's huge. That's a lot of money. Though what's going to happen here is just because of the rumbles, you've got the people that have been in their homes for decades who are now listening to this going, ooh, maybe I shouldn't sell now. Maybe I should wait. Well, that's not going to help our market any because we already have a lack of inventory. We need people to sell. We need people to get on the market because we need to satisfy some of these buyers. That's what's causing the chaos in the buyer pool and all these offers going incredibly high over list price. Good luck, Patricia. I wish you the best, and I hope that you can find some things to deduct so you don't have to pay as much taxes. If you have a question you want answered on the show, go to call.show/askamy or leave it in the comments below. I'm Amy Pecoraro, Realtor, 4th generation Lombardian, and I know this area inside and out.